Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm out in the garden getting some weeding that's been long overdue done. But I'm going to show you how to use those weeds to make your own homemade organic fertilizer. That's right here on Garden Jen's Journey. Okay, so this is my container bed area, and with the weather and me being out of town for a while, some of this got really overgrown with weeds. This right here is a herbal patch, so those aren't weeds. I might do a video later on showing what these are, but those aren't weeds. But there's weeds all through here. Lots and lots of weeds. And then in this area there's quite a few weeds. There's still quite a few more to do, but you can see this container right here is full of the weeds that I have pulled out in just 10 minutes. So I can put these weeds into my chicken run. The chickens would eat it and compost it. I could put it into my compost bin where it can break down over time, or I can use it to make liquid fertilizer. I'm going to make some liquid fertilizer with that, and I'm going to show you how we go about doing it. First things first is you need these weeds, a bunch of weeds. You then take those weeds and put them in a large container and fill it about 3/4 of the way full with weeds and other organic material. And then you put enough water in this bin to cover the weeds when you push them down. So I gotta add more water to this. I highly recommend using rainwater because it doesn't have any of the chemicals. If you're using city water or if you have well water with a bunch of rust and calcium, I use rainwater. But if you can't use rainwater, use whatever water that you have. It will work. So you put your weeds and your water in this bin, cover it up, let it sit for about 4 weeks. Some people say to stir it once a week. I usually don't get to it, so I just let it sit for 4 weeks. And all this material will break down any seeds or anything that's, you know, if you're worried about invasive weeds spreading, they all break down into harmless organic material that makes wonderful tea. I'm going to take you over to a bin that has been sitting for around 5 to 6 weeks and show you what it looks like at that point in time. Alright, right here amongst the weeds, kind of fitting, is my bin that I tucked here full of compost tea from those weeds. Again, I just put the plants and the water in the bin, covered it up, and it's kind of sat here undisturbed for about 5 to 6 weeks. Let's see what it's starting to look like. Fair warning, if you don't like the looks of maggots or any other creepy crawlies, you might want to look away, because sometimes maggots and things get in here and it can be kind of disgusting. Okay, so this is our bin, and it looks like some has evaporated out of here, which is fine. But you can see how the material is broken down. It used to be all the way up to the top, and it's broken down and down into that water. And it's nice and rich and dark, and it's perfect to start getting it separated to make your tea. So I'm going to show you that part now. Okay, so this is the tea that has been completely strained of the organic material. And the organic material I threw in one of my compost bins so it can continue to break down and feed that compost bin. But this is what's called liquid gold, and it's free. You know, get it from the weeds in your garden and rainwater. All it costs you is time and the labor to make it, because it is laborious to pull weeds from your garden or lawn or wherever. But you're doing it anyway, right? Might as well get some good kickback from it. Okay, so I'm simply going to use this container. This is an old cat litter container with a lid. It's wonderful to store this in, so it's tight. It's kept nice and clean and strong. And then I will put this in a shady spot. Probably here in my potting shed. But I'm simply going to get some of this out of here. And I'll probably lose some, and that's okay. Pour it in here. If I had a funnel, I would use one, but I don't have a funnel. You can see how dark this is. Wonderfully rich in organic nutrients. All right, so I'm going to leave some room in here for this to breathe. And then we're going to put the top on. And we're not going to screw the top on completely tight. This will probably ferment some more. And so we want it to be able to breathe. So it's good to kind of leave it a little loose so the extra air and gases can get out. But look at that. Isn't this beautiful? So I'm going to set this in the shady spot here in the potting shed. We still got some more here. Let's see if I can lift this now. All right, so there we go. There's some more. And yes, I did lose a little bit, but we've got plenty of this. The suggested ratio when you make your own liquid fertilizer, your own weed tea, is to use, some say 10 parts to 1, meaning 10 parts water to 1 part of this. If your garden's really struggling, I have used this full strength to water some of my plants that are really yellow, really struggling, and it's worked fine. But I would suggest doing 50-50, 50% water, 50% of this when you water your plants in, and they will be happy, happy, happy. Again, this is liquid gold, and it's all just from the weeds that you're pulling out of your garden and yard every day. So it's just that easy to make your own liquid gold organic fertilizer from your vegetation and other organic waste products from around your garden. That simple, folks. I hope this video gave you some inspiration on how to repurpose and reuse the things that you pull from your garden anyways. You can either eat them or compost them so your plants can eat them. I really hope you like this video, and thank you for following me along on another part of my gardening journey. Please make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button down below so you can continue to be part of this journey. And I hope that wherever you are wonderfully blessed. So until next time, everybody, bye-bye.